Hey, Halfmilesniper here, and today we're going to have, I think it's going to be a little bit longer of a video because, well, we've got some factory ammo to test, compliments of viewer Mark P. Mark, thank you so much. So, let me get things set up. While I do that, y'all drink some accuracy juice, sit back, kick your feet up, and enjoy the ride. So this morning, actually it's not morning anymore, but today we're going to be testing 4 different factory loadings. And as y'all know, I have not had good luck with factory ammo in this gun, at least with the Hornady match ammo. But today we'll be trying some Norma Golden Target, and then we're going to move on to the Bond Strike, and then we're going to try some Precision Hunter, and finally some Hornady Black. These 3 are 143 grain, and that one's 140. Got a couple more minutes of setup to do, so we'll bring you right back, and we'll start putting some rounds down range. I'm just got to decide if I'm going to go with 3-round groups or 5-round groups. I think for expediency, we may just go with 3 rounds, but we'll see. Alrighty, we are going to jump right into it here. We're going to start with the, make sure I got my target labeled correctly. Okay, we're going to start with the Golden Target Match ammo. It's 143 grain ammo. The box says it's moving 2986 feet per second. We'll see what the Garmin tells us. Right now I'm loaded with 3 rounds, and we'll decide on the fly if we're going to expand it to a 5-round group or a 3-round group. So, Norma Golden Match on the left-hand dot, which hopefully is in focus on that target camera. $28.22. $28.19. $28.22. And I think we will go ahead and expand it to a 5-round group. We'll single load the last 2. $28.27. $28.55. And other than 1 round, which I suppose could have been me, the Norma Golden Target Match definitely shot better than Hornady Factory Match, I think. We're going to let the gun cool off, and we'll move on to the next ammo. And while we're letting the gun cool off, our 5-shot average was 28.29.6 with an extreme spread of 36.1 and a standard deviation of 13.3. Seems to be a far cry from 2986. Now, we all know it may be 2986 out of their test barrel, but it certainly isn't 2986 out of my rifle. Alrighty, well, we will be continuing on. We'll be shooting the Norma Bond Strike, 143 grain, and this one is supposed to be going 29. I'm gonna have to get my seeing glasses. 2953. 2953, what it's supposed to be moving. Guess we'll find out. And then there's those who are going to complain that say, well, that Garmin, it's picking up the bullet way down yonder. Well, to be honest with you, I don't know where it's catching the bullet. All I know is it was within a few feet per second, comparing the Garmin to the lady in the box, which she was set up at 16 feet. So I trust it. Okay, 143 grain Norma Bond Strike. This will be on the second dot from the left. See how we do. $27.79. And interesting how it hit so much lower. Let's see if the next one goes there or if it was me having a bad pull on the trigger. I sure didn't feel it. $28.26. And I'm going to say no, it wasn't me with a bad pull on the trigger. $27.94, and that shot just wiped out my dot. $28.30. $2,800. And it sure looks to me like after the first two, the next three were in the dot. Okay, so Norma Bond Strike gave us an average of 28.06, extreme spread of 50.6, and a standard deviation of 19.2. And for the most part, seems to be shooting true to the scope. We're going to let this cool off, and we'll come back and we will shoot some Hornady Precision Hunter. Okay, that took a little bit longer for the barrel to cool down. It's kind of warm today, and last batch in Norma seemed to have been a little hot on the barrel, so I'm curious what powder they were running. But we're going to move on now, and we are going to shoot 5 rounds of Hornady Precision Hunter, and we're going to shoot that on the next to the last dot, second dot from the right. Target camera is running, and I really hope it's in focus. I did walk down there and take a look at those groups. The Strike Bond, or Bond Strike, or whichever that second Norma was, shot pretty big. The Norma Match shot better than the Hornady Match. The Hornady 147. So now we'll see how the Hornady Precision Hunter 143 grain shoots. That was weird. I'm not sure why, but that's the first shot the Garmin hasn't picked up. I noticed it flashed just as I squeezed the trigger. The brass came out cool, which it did not do for the Hornady. I mean the Norma ammo. The Norma ammo came out a little bit on the warm side. I failed to mention that. $29.64. $29.54. $29.75. $29.59. Curious that it did not get the first round on a chronograph. So our 4-shot average is 29.63. Our extreme spread was 21.2. Our standard deviation 7.9. And surprise, surprise, surprise. Advertised velocity is 2960. Our average exceeds the advertised velocity. That's a first. Group's kind of sucky, but the velocity sure was nice. Wow. Finally got a factory load that's shooting at the advertised velocity. That group, it's bigger. A lot bigger than the Norma group, but on par with the factory Hornady match ammo, it looks like. And I see that the Garmin was trying to analyze something. I don't know if there's a bug flying around or what, but it's trying to analyze something, which may be why we didn't get the velocity off that first shot last time. Maybe it didn't like being in contact with the cleat. Oh well, I don't know. So we are going to move on and we're going to shoot 5 rounds of the Hornady Black, 140 grain, and that is supposed to be going 2960 as well. So we will see if we get another one that shoots the advertised speed. This will be on the final dot, all the way to the right. Okay. $29.03. I caught myself gripping the gun hard. Don't know why. As I said in the video with Eric Cortina, you don't want sympathetic movement from your other fingers. The only finger you want to move is your trigger finger. And that doesn't matter whether you're shooting a pistol or a rifle. You only want one digit moving. $28.95. $28.80. $28.60. pulled that last shot. I knew I was going to do it too. But 2886. That, the Hornady Black, is the best shooting Hornady I've ever fired through this gun. Granted, up till today, I've only fired 40 factory rounds, and I just added 20 more. So, of the almost 700 rounds this rifle's fired, now 60 of them have been factory. Okay, and again, since I can't tell if that's in focus or not through the GoPro, I don't know if y'all saw what I saw. I won't know till I get home. So I'm taking you with me for a walk. We're all going to get our steps in. What really sucks is I'm out of accuracy juice. I think I got a bottle of water in the truck. I'll probably need that for the drive home because it's getting a little warm. But you know what? Running the camera off the spotting scope, I've not had any battery issues because the camera's not out in the sun getting cooked. So we're not getting double heat buildup. But that Hornady Black, while it didn't shoot the advertised velocity of 2960, it did give us a pretty decent group right up until I shanked that last shot. So let's take a look at that. We're just getting here. Oh yeah, I ruined a good group. Okay. Golden Target gave us a pretty good group. That may have been me, but it'll all get measured. Bondstrike gave us a pretty big group diagonally. Hornady Precision, while it exceeded the advertised velocity by 3 feet per second, that's a suitable hunting group, but not good enough for me. And Hornady Black, we were shooting a little bug hole until the last shot when I decided to give a little extra oomph to that trigger. We're going to go back and we're going to go measure those out. And I got so excited to run down there and show you all that group. Forgot to give you the specs on this. We averaged 2885 with an extreme spread of 43.7 and standard deviation of 14.9. Y'all just saw it shot a pretty stinking good group. Just didn't make the advertised velocity. But you know what? The other thing I noticed, and if you watch the, which should be the prior video, if I remember correctly, our second test of the 144 grain burgers with 59.0 grains of Stay Ball HD. This Hornady Black looks like it's hitting in the same, roughly the same spot as both of the tests I did with the 59.0 Stay Ball HD and the 144 grain burgers. Which means if I go with that load and I zero the rifle for that load and I had to run factory ammo for something, I could probably jump straight to this stuff and not have to make any adjustment. Maybe. Or at least be pretty dang close. Okay, let's go measure that group. Or those groups, pardon me. Alrighty. So the Norma Golden Target 143 grain 5-shot group was 1 inch on the money. And that's with that one, which may have been me, but it's in the group. Norma Bond Strike 143 grain gave me a 1.33 inch group. Neither one of those met the advertised velocity. Hornady Precision Hunter gave me a 1.13 inch group. Looks kind of big. It looks bigger than 1.13, but it's 1.13. It's funny, it's 1.13 this way and it's 1.13 that way. So that's kind of why it looks so big. And it gave us 2963, even though the advertised speed was 2960. And then the Hornady Black, even with me kind of helping that trigger right here, that was me, because I felt that, gave us a 0.550 inch group, and was running 2885-ish, so slower than advertised. And then, much like the 144 grain burgers, it was 0.6 inches to the left, 0.7 inches down, so it's like hitting the same spot as the 144 grain burgers, which to me is pretty interesting. It's just as far left and a little bit lower. Not sure what to make of that. But look at my shirt. Stay strapped or get clapped. I seem to have heard that somewhere. If you like the shirt, I got several in the link down below. That should be in the links to the store. There's also a link in the description to the store if you're so inclined to get a shirt or a hat. I did have a brand new hat. Actually, I had a pair of brand new hats, but I gave my new hats to Eric Cortina and his buddy Clay. And I got another new hat on order because this one's getting a little bit long in the tooth and about ready to be replaced. Hornady Black. Best shooting factory ammo I've shot out of this gun. Mark P, thank you so much. I still have plenty of factory ammo left that we can test some more. I really don't. I want to hold this black in reserve though because it sure did shoot good. Man, oh man, Shevitz. Or so the old commercial used to say. And I'm working with my new Weebed bag. I think it works better than the bag I've been using. It gives me a lot more stability and a lot more squeeze depending on how much I need to do, because I can get it set and then I can relax my hand and it's not moving. That's a pretty nice bag. And I don't know if I said it or not, but my camera today was mounted on my phone scope, on my spotting scope, mounted to my Sunway Photo tripod. Sunway Photo is an affiliate channel, or affiliate to the channel, sponsored that tripod for me. And if y'all need a tripod, there's a link in the description for the affiliate channel and a discount code. So, hit them up. Mark P, thank you so much for the ammo to test. Definitely gave me some something to shoot for. We got one factory ammo that hits the speed I want. We got another factory ammo that shoots as good as the 144 grain burgers I put together. And I don't know what to do. But we're going to keep loading some of the 144 grain burgers. We're going to load some 144 grain Sierra Match Kings. And we're going to load some 156 grain burgers in the future. But for now, we're done for the day. I want to thank y'all for hanging with me, commenting, liking, subscribing, hanging out in the chats during the premieres. I really appreciate that. I enjoy chatting with y'all every time I put a video up. Makes me feel like I know y'all. And surprise, surprise, I've actually got to meet a few. So, with all that being said, this Halfmilesniper reminding you, carry everywhere you can. Get a CCW if you need one. If you're constitutional carry state, get a CCW anyways. You may travel. Not everybody recognizes constitutional carry. And until next time, I want y'all to stay safe, keep shooting. We'll catch you next time. And thank you once again.
Send it. Hit.